tell us where you expect these to lead to new and innovative drugs, because otherwise it's just a puzzle exercise.
If you take a particular disease and we think that we can actually, solve this disease by modulating a particular protein, the question is how we do that. So we design a drug molecule and we want it to fit to this protein in a certain way. And so this is where traditionally you would have to actually either just guess, or go into the lab
and crystallize each one of those combinations, and then photograph them and see if it worked. But now you can model it, and the AI can do 1,000 of those in like a minute.
Isn't this what you call the target proteins?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So if you know you've got a certain target protein, do you not then run that against a list of drugs and think, this one, drug A works better with this, or maybe it's drug D, or whichever letter of the alphabet you're on? And now we become the sort of detective. And has this AlphaFold 3 produced how many clues and how many answers?
Follow me for more.
It's unfeasible.
Right. Until quantum computing.
And so then what we need is something that we call a generative model, or an agent, which is able to actually search through that space, understand that entire molecular space, and come up with molecule designs for you.
Oh, because the 10 to the 60 is if you just did it randomly.
Exactly.
Right.
But that's just throwing it at anything.
Right. If you don't do it randomly, then you can...
Yeah, but randomly is the state-of-the-art method, right? That's how people do it.
It's how people currently do it.
It's how people currently do it.
Old school.
Well, he called it state-of-the-art.
You're the state-of-the-art.
Right, thank you. Let's use the word properly here.
So what if the protein turns left when you've mapped it to turn right? Is that when we have issues that even AlphaFold 3 has a problem with?
Exactly. These are not perfect models at the end of the day. They're very, very accurate, but they will make some mistakes. So you still do currently need to go into the lab occasionally, but the amount of lab work you have to do is so much less.
Right.
And often you can find the area of molecular space where these models work, really, really well. And
follow me for more.
And the business model as we do that.
Is it proprietary? So here's here's where you would revolutionize. So if I come up with it and I'm company A, right? It's mine and I get to determine everything. If you're an AI company and you're just doing this, so that you can sell it, then it's yours. Which one will make prices lower for the consumer?
Our goal is to like really redefine this way you do drug design, so it becomes so much cheaper. We have so much more abundance of potential drugs and chemical matter that it really does change the business model, and it changes the economics of the space.
So you can actually revolutionize the cost of making drugs.
Follow me for more.
Yeah, that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
All right.
I'm
satisfied.
Is one of the next steps with AlphaFold, whichever it's 3 or maybe the next iteration or so, going to investigate why and what drives the misfolding of a protein, so as you can kind of get ahead of even the story of that happening?
Wow.
So actually, the misfolding of a protein is another thing. That's what causes some types of disease, where you'll have a genetic mutation in your DNA, which will change a particular amino acid in that protein, and so it doesn't fold the normal way it should fold, and so it doesn't function as it normally should as a molecular machine. And so things like AlphaFold can help us understand what are those mutations that cause misfolding, they're called missense mutations, and then these could be potential drug targets, so we could think about molecules that could mitigate against that.
Follow me for more.
If I understand correctly, if you look at the PDR, it is this thick, and
what's PDR?
The physician's desk reference.
Thank you.
Is this thick, so it's the size of an old-style Manhattan phone book. Okay, it's very thick, multiple inches across, and it's chock full of existing medicines available to the doctor to prescribe. Is it true that 100% of those medicines are interacting with the patient chemically rather than through protein folding? So that if that's the case, does that mean that where proteins misfold, we can't combat it with any kind of folding algorithm? We just prescribe chemistry for your body to handle the impact of that? Did I say any of that right?
I think that is the majority of drugs. They are,
Yes.
they are chemicals that we take. We either we take
The
them as
chemical's
pills
not
or-
going to fix the fold. It's going to treat the symptoms
Right.
of the
Yeah,
misfolding that happened.
We're not changing the mutations of the proteins. That could be something like
Exactly.
gene therapy.
Follow me for more.